Welcome to Fantropolis, a place where we're rewriting Star Wars because we love it. We start off in Tatooine. Tatooine. Darth Maul is walking the streets, his hood over his head. Watto thinks he's there to make a deal. Yes, and what do you want? You're looking for extra parts? I've lots of that. But Maul has plans for the boy. At least someone else has plans for him. He's just there to execute it. He says, come with me, but the boy Anakin says, what about Mom? He says, bring her too. So he takes them to his ship. They arrive to their destination, Naboo. Palpatine doesn't play that behind the closed doors type of secret politics. Oh no, he's very upfront and honest with what he's doing. And right now you have a council that is more than happy to take young kids from their homes to train them as Jedi. Well, he looks around the galaxy and he realizes there's nothing but the quote-unquote good side of the Force. It's extremely hard to find Sith because they're all in hiding. That means they need to see things from the Sith's point of view. It's called balance. So he's stuck to his home on Naboo. Actually, he's been busy with other political affairs. He single-handedly arranged a meeting between the Queen and this guy. And the two sides could share resources. And Palpatine is extremely persuasive. And he also makes a lot of good points. He says, anything can happen, and this planet is too divided to fight as one, if something were to happen. And Palpatine hasn't done anything wrong. What he's doing is all within the rules of democracy. Not a lot is known about this Darth Maul. People are calling him a ghost, because this isn't the first and only time he freed slaves. Because on the way out of Tatooine, he liberated a lot of other slaves as well. So now who's wrong? But here's Maul wanting to show accountability for his actions. He requested to speak to the Jedi personally. So what do the Jedi Council do? They send one of their best and his apprentice. So as Maul sits in a Tatooine jail cell, the two Jedi approach him and they're curious. Be mindful of your surroundings and feelings. Their plan was to take Maul back so he might be judged by the Jedi Council. But Maul doesn't say anything. But in walks Palpatine. He says Maul has freed several people from several different planets. He's done more of the right thing than the Jedi Council have done in 1,000 years. He then reveals that, yeah, I'm a Sith Lord. Are you going to strike me down? Because being a Sith isn't illegal. Again, he hasn't done anything. All he's doing is defending his own apprentice, saying you would do the same. I would never murder in cold blood. He tells Obi-Wan, you've been brainwashed by the Jedi Council. It's time for a new way of thinking. Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan take Maul back in restraints to speak to the Jedi Council. He stands there and he says nothing. He signals to something in his pocket. It's a transporter. It has a message from Palpatine. He says, greetings, Jedi Council. He then begins to state his case, and this is just every single thing we've covered, from, is this really the correct way? This committee needs new ideas. We are not here to fight you. We are here to join you. Then Palpatine starts to mic drop everyone. He tells Yoda, you allow these kids to suppress their emotions, saying it's a bad thing. And you, Mace Windu, you hypocrite, you've trained in the dark side of the Force. Then he speaks to Qui-Gon Jinn again. He says, haven't you questioned the Jedi Council yourself? He says nothing. Then the transmission ends. Maul breaks out of his restraints and does one of the most amazing backflips and lands by the door. He signals who's coming with him. Mace Windu stands and walks out with Darth Maul. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. If you like our content, please hit the like, subscribe, and as always, follow the road sign. Back on Tatooine, it's just past midnight, and a new droid, not even a few days old, is lost. This thing doesn't even have its outer body yet. He goes door to door. Every single one of them shut it in his face. He says, well, that was quite rude.